Hello everyone, welcome to this live demo presentation. I am Andrea Macheda. I am part of UATEC support team for South Europe. And today we're going to talk about how and why would you use IUR Cobot for an assembly task. We're going to have a look at this little demonstration that we created ourselves. And at the end of the presentation, I'll try to answer all your questions. So, first things first, why would you use IUR Cobot for an assembly task? Well, our cobots are widely used for such tasks for a number of different reasons. First could be that they are very easy to program. You can see on the left part of your screen our programming interface, our graphical programming interface. It is meant for people who have from little to no prior background in programming or automation. So it's very intuitive, it's as simple as possible. And as you can see, I can very intuitively use it to move the robot around. I can use it to move the robot where I want it to go, or I can just move one joint to the other. I can use coordinates in space. I can do whatever I want very intuitively, or I can put a lot of instructions one after the other, and so on, creating my own program, so telling the robot what to do, programming the robot for a specific task, but all this in a very graphic and intuitive manner, just picking and dropping the commands I need in the right sequence. So that could be a very first important reason. A second important reason is that all of our collaborative robots have a force torque sensor inside the robot tool flange, so right before the end effector. This allows them to feel, in a way, the environment they are working into. They can, for example, push a workpiece with precise force. They can exert a certain torque for screwing something, for example. So this is very useful in assembly applications, as we are about to see. You can find where a specific surface is just by moving in a certain direction. When the force torque sensor senses a force, then you know that you have found a specific surface, and so on. Another important reason for using robots is that they are very repetitive. They can carry out repetitive tasks in a very repeatable manner. So they are not bored by this. They can go on and on and on forever, unlike operators. So they can assist them, or they can take the more repetitive task and let the operators be empowered, and they can have just the more dexterous and more rewarding tasks to carry on. So that also is a very important reason. And finally, they are extremely flexible. As they are collaborative robots, many times they can work alongside humans. They can work without the need for a safety fence or a physical separation between the robot operating space and the humans. This allows them to save a lot of space. They usually do not require a heavy change of what is your current production layout. They can easily find a very little spot and fit into it. Also, they can be mounted at floor or reversed with any angle you may want. So this also makes it a lot easier to find a spot where to put them into production. So these are all very good reasons for considering your collaborative robots for an assembly task. Now let's dive a little bit into the demonstration we've got here for you. In the bottom right corner you can see UR3E. the little guy of the family that is about to perform an assembly task, putting some gears in the correct order, assembling them together in the right sequence. And as you may already know, the UR3E is the smallest of our collaborative robots, but we have a full range of collaborative robots for a lot of different applications. The UR3E has a 3 kilograms payload and 500 millimeters reach, but there are also bigger robots like the UR10E with 1300 millimeters reach and 10 kilograms payload, or the UR16E for very heavy payload applications with up to 16 kilograms payload and 900 millimeters reach. So basically the choice of the Cobot from our Cobot's range is up to you, depending on the application you have. Attached to the robot flange, we can see a black gripper. That is what we're going to use to pick the gears, to pick and place the gears in the correct place. It's an electric gripper. It's a smart gripper from a Canadian manufacturer, Robotic. As I told you, it's a smart gripper, meaning that we can not only ask him to open or to close its fingers, but we can also specify at which point we want the grippers to be, on how fast we want the gripper to close or to open. And as you can see, this can be done using our graphical interface in a very simple and intuitive manner. This is because this gripper, the ND gripper from Robotic, is part of our UR Plus ecosystem. The UR Plus ecosystem is a group of products that are meant to be as easily as possible integrated with our robots. So most of them have a graphical plugin, a graphical add-on that we call a UR cap. That is what you are seeing right now here. That basically allows us to command to take advantage of these very complex devices in a very simple way without having to know exactly how they work or what you should do to operate them precisely. You just have a few buttons that you need to push in order to have them working correctly. So very easily, very intuitive. You can find hundreds of different products, grippers, external axes, vision systems, whatever you may need for your applications. So I do invite you to check them out on our website, but also in the presentations of my colleagues and of our partners. Also, besides the robot and the gripper, there is another component that currently you cannot see because it's just a software component here. It's another UR cap, another add-on to our graphic interface that is just software. It's the Robotic Copilot UR cap. That is basically a library that puts together a lot of functions meant for complex assembly tasks. So it suits this kind of applications really well, because basically you can just use a few commands that they created, like apply a certain force to find a space, or you can insert looking for a hole performing a spiral insertion, or you can insert a peg into a hole very easily. So you do not have to program these tasks yourself. You can just pick the commands that they created, configure them a little bit if you want, and they are ready to go. So this saves a lot of time, a lot of trouble in implementation, and makes implementation such tasks accessible also to people who have, let's say, less capabilities or less experience in programming and automation. So it's a very powerful tool. And such as this, there are plenty of others in our UR Plus ecosystem. So now let's run this demonstration, you can see that the robot here is about to push here. You see, it found the gear, then it picked it, put it into the right place, and now is going to insert it. As we have several gears trying to be inserted, the phase between the teeth has to be correct, otherwise they won't be inserted correctly. What the robot is currently doing is it tries to insert this gear. If the phase of the two gears doesn't match, then the robot can sense this because of the force torque sensor it has. So it moves up, changes the phase a little bit, and then comes down again, pushes again, and so it tries again and again and again until the insertion is performed correctly, as you can see. Here is the third one. The number of tries, of course, depends on the relative positions of the two teeth, so it's a little bit about luck, but if you go on and on, of course, you're going to find them out. Here you can see another interesting feature of the UR3E robot, that is, it has infinite joint rotation on the last joint, so you can basically use it to turn for an infinite number of revolutions a screw or a gear, such as in this case. And this is something quite unique. It's the only Cobot of our Cobot range that has an infinite joint rotation, just on that joint. But it can be quite useful, for example, for assembly or for screwdriving applications. So this would be it for this small presentation. Now, if you have questions, we can address them directly.